I've considered myself to be a liberal person for a long time. Like, since I was very young, I believed in the idea that all people should be treated equally and have the same opportunities to pursue their purpose in life, so long as it doesn't prohibit anyone else from doing the same. That's what I thought liberals' beliefs were. I don't think that anymore. As of September 10th, 2025, that's over. For whatever reason, people are obsessed with defining everything, and many are going to say, you can't just stop being a liberal if none of your views have changed. Well, I have 2 points to make about that. Point one, my views are always changing. Whether by a lot or by a little, they are. And if your views are never changing, guess what? They're not your views. They're someone else's. They're another person's or group's beliefs that you've adopted and are wearing like a piece of armor that will protect you from the people in your group that will not accept even the slightest diversion from the group's collective perspective. Do you want to be a part of something like that? I don't. Point number two, whether you like it or not, definitions are always changing. And what it means to be a liberal in 2025 is no longer what it meant for the majority of my life. I'm sorry, but it changed. For the worse. As no doubt every person with a semi-working brain has heard by now, Charlie Kirk was assassinated 3 days ago. At basically the beginning of his event, mid-conversation, mid-sentence, he gets a hole the size of a fucking golf ball ripped out of his throat. And hopefully, he died instantly. I hope that, because it was fucking horrible. And I hope, with all my heart, he didn't have to live through a second of thinking, how is my family going to move on after this? Having witnessed this. Having his wife have to explain to his 2 daughters, who aren't even 4 years old, that their dad is never going to see them again. And literally, immediately, the scum that has become the left wing starts celebrating his death. Literally, immediately. Absolutely celebrating. So many people are going to try to deny it, but you can't. It's everywhere. And these people, rightfully so, are being fired and put on leave from their jobs. Secret Service agents are being put on leaves for having these Twitter posts or whatever it is saying, oh, I'm happy that he's dead. Thousands of people. This is not how normal people respond to something like this. How normal people respond is what is happening right now. They're looking at what they said. They're saying, I don't want this person to be involved in my group, my organization, my company. Get him out of here. That's what normal people do. Normal people don't celebrate this. And yet thousands of people, specifically on the left, especially on the left, they did. Or at least they couldn't bring themselves to show an ounce of sympathy for him, for his family. I will no longer be a part of a movement that shows so little regard for human life. A movement that has clearly been brainwashed into thinking that anyone that disagrees with them or even just doesn't have the same opinion as them, either way, or doesn't have an opinion, is a Nazi. And their death should be celebrated. And honestly, even worse than that are the people who've been absolutely brainwashed, even worse than the people who have been brainwashed, the people I'm talking about who are celebrating. The worse than that is the people who don't even keep up with politics, don't watch the news, but just get all their opinions from their friends or their little group of people. These are the majority of liberals today. And they are the worst of them because they vote, they spread ideas that didn't come from their own thoughts. They just toe the line, whatever it may be. If tomorrow their best friends on TikTok came out and said, it's time to take out all the white males, some crazy people would do it, and then they would support that. They would. And you know what? I can't just blame them. I also blame myself. Every time a coworker of mine has espoused one of these psycho-leftist beliefs, I didn't speak up. I didn't call HR and try to get them fired because that's what they do. That's what I thought they do in my mind, and I wasn't okay with that. I believe in freedom of speech. I believe in people should have their jobs and be able to say what they want to say and not get fired. No more. Because what the left has now they've gone from cancel culture to being the fucking Bolsheviks. We need to step up our game as normal people. Normal people. I had what I thought were liberal beliefs, and now I'm on the right. Not by choice, but because the left has moved so far, that's just where I am. I watched the video of what happened to Charlie Kirk, and I know a lot of people did too. A lot of other people did too. And I'm glad that they did. It was fucking horrific, but I'm glad so many people saw it because we need to see firsthand what the consequences of our collective actions are. If you celebrate an innocent person being gunned down for their ideas, you should not have a job in this country. If you excuse the action of a man who stabbed a woman to death for literally no reason, other than that he was deranged and should have stayed in jail the first time he was in there, you don't deserve to have a job in this country. We all need to do our part now to remove psychopaths and criminals from our society. And unlike them, we don't need to use assassination or scheming behind the scenes. To do it, we just need to use the laws we already have in place and our words. Our words to HR, our words to our friends, our words in those conversations. This is not okay. You psychos, this is not okay. That's what we need to do. And keep your guns on you too, just in case.